Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Andar Plays Europa Universalis as Morocco. Last episode, we lost a horrifying, brutal war against the Iberians, basically everyone over here, Aragon, Castile, Portugal, and even Foy. We were doing pretty well in the beginning, but eventually we were doing less well. You know, they got 28,000 troops there, 22,000, 7,000 there. And while they're rebelling here, they're not even rebelling for us, they're rebelling for Tlemcen there, traitors. Yeah, we fought bravely, but at the end of the day, Portugal has taken Garb and Ceuta, reclaiming Ceuta for themselves, whereas Castile has taken Tangiers and Melilla, leaving our capital city very open for attack, as well as, I think, just taking us completely out of the Sevilla trade node. And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit, in all honesty. Honestly, I think we can probably do better elsewhere if this is the case. If this is how it's going to be. I'll just throw it up there in Genoa. Don't Genoa. I'll just collect from trade up there. He's not back yet. Okay. Obviously. Oh, there we go. Sevilla. Now, what we also... Okay, we got looming disasters of just like what? Manpower level at least 50%. Okay. That's not going to happen anytime soon. The war exhaustion is high. Can reduce that with 75 diplomatic points. Okay. Yeah, it's taken its toll on the diplomatic power. How close are we to leveling up here? Not very, in the grand scheme of things. With disaster looming, I think we are in for some rough stuff. We only have about, 6,000, 8 troops. And they're all completely demoralized and messed up. The only thing I think of is to absorb them all, or consolidate, as it were, into 6,000. Sad days ahead of us. Let us see. These guys are still a vassal of Tlemcen, I believe. Which, if I were Tlemcen, I'd be really looking for an ally right now. I don't know why they gotta be jerks. Furthermore, last episode Timbuktu didn't do anything. Horrible. Horrible, friends. Maybe the Mamluks are... Absolutely. There we go. Golden. Ottomans probably less so, I would imagine. Yeah. Okay, but we got the Mamluks on our side. If Tunis wants to play, the Mamluks are gonna play. Same thing up here. I'm sure the Mamluks have some sort of navy, but I should probably see about building my own. Who has this yellow up here? Genoa. Okay. Don't Genoa? Okay, these guys should be mothballed. What are our loans right now? We got 9 loans of 37. I kind of want to take more to continue. We need that fleet back up. Okay, that is... I mean, it probably won't help us even in the grand scheme of things, because now they can just land troops in their territory here. They no longer have to actually make a naval landing, unless we were to take that stuff. We have a slight advantage, but not the one we were enjoying previously. Only real build one of these at a time, it would seem. And with debts on the horizon, it's gonna get pretty tight in the future. I believe. But the Navy, I still maintain, is the way to go. Unfortunately, Portugal has colonized that little spot. I should have known that I would never be able to beat them there, considering that the advantages the Western powers have in terms of technology is pretty high. Seems that Burgundy is really beating back France, so that's interesting. Maybe we'll get a Burgundy game, where Burgundy just replaces France. I've seen that happen before. It's real interesting. Okay, tensions along the nuclear border. Borders are organic things, changing and mutating with the seasons, and with the fortunes of the latest conquerors passing by. Historians will perhaps say the events that transpired in Duca in the year of our Lord 1472 were inevitable. As Ducala continued to flourish under the benevolent rule of Morocco, the yokels on the other side of the border were bound to get jealous. Perhaps they will be less fair to us. Either way, tensions in Ducala have given a rival neighbor a caucus belly on us. Fantastic, because they needed more land from me, right? Right. Sure. Beautiful. We'll repay the one loan. Now we harvest failure. These guys group up. Our navy, for what it's worth, was holding their own. For the majority of it. So, guess I'll send it to Genoa. I have no more real influence in Sevilla. We don't have any influence up here either in the Genoa trade node either, but I don't know. Let's see, are we making any money here? We earn 0.4 there. I mean, we were getting 0.2 in the other place. And now that's back in Catholic Christian hands. And that's sad. That saddens me. It will be retaken, however. I assure you. It cannot last. So yeah, I guess back to just building up the navy again. While also repaying these loans. 1st of October. Peasants' War! Dire times ahead of us. Lose 6 stability? Really? Okay, I'm having manpower problems, and you want me to solve that by fighting 9,000 rebels. Alright. Okay. Sure. We'll do that. It'll be fun, right? Okay, they've attacked us, it seems. We're losing. Great. Evidently, the leaderless rebels are doing better than these trained troops. Go back to Fez. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, I thought they were going to go all the way back to Timbuktu. Ridiculous. Preposterous, I would say. At least the secession is fine. Succession of the throne. Still kind of don't want to increase stability. That technology is just... it's right there. It's in the palm of our hands. I mean, it can't get any worse. Right, guys? Right. Go try and attack these guys now. Crush the rebels. We have to negotiate. We do have to negotiate. There's not much we can do. We're gonna have a hard enough time with these guys. Get out of there. Great. Merge these guys back together. Send them there. Got our 2 ships over here. We'll let them recover a little bit. Troops over down there. Luckily, the Spanish seem to be ferrying their troops across. So maybe if we do rebuild the navy, we can still cut them off and just take all this land back. Those things usually don't work out as I hope, but maybe this time it'll be different. Yeah, I don't know. It would probably still be better to just do Sevilla. It's closer, right? Tech trade. Tech trade? No, I can't even do it in Sevilla? Send these ships over there. I don't know. Maybe something will change. We have to negotiate once again. Protect trade. Sevilla. Okay. I think we're earning more money there now. You know, pennies. But pennies are worth something. After all. Just keep on trying, I guess. No, they've taken Figwig. I do have to attack from Wijda. Alright, we've seemed to... We had the upper hand, and I think we've lost it. Get out of there. Repay 2 loans. Yes. We rule as we see fit. I mean, we can't lose any more stability. Our prestige is just destroyed. Okay, again. Have everyone buddy up. We have to negotiate. Once again. And I think we can finally get national ideas. And start colonizing? Not yet, anyway. This won't actually give us anything. Until we get colonial ventures down. But yeah, Conquest of Paradise, or colonial ventures, quest for the New World. This is all the stuff I want in 2 colonists. I want to colonize, want to get in the colonial game, that's why I picked Morocco. Maybe it would be better to do something like defensive ideas. But I don't know. We can make a comeback. There are centuries ahead of us. And I can immediately just pick the colonist. I have enough diplomatic power to do that. Send them. That will be very expensive, though. We can afford it, though. I'm pretty sure. Finally beating the rebels. Now I just gotta take back the lost lands. Now you have no excuse, Timbuktu. You can just go through our territory. It's not wasteland anymore. Man, that was really annoying. Repay loan. We don't have enough money to repay anything. Anything interesting going on here? Well, Hungary, like if I thought I was having problems with rebels, Hungary. Man, the suffering of others helps me feel better about myself. Here? Even with the colony, we're still making some good money. Never mind. Gotta send that colony again. Until we do it right. Restrict serfdom. I mean, we can't fight that. We're just gonna have to lose legitimacy. And one of our generals dies. The one commanding the siege. Okay, well, we got Moroccan rebels over here, and they outnumber greatly the Portuguese, but the Portuguese are probably just gonna send over troops to combat that. We have 2% of this trade node, earning 0.37 gold. Alright, keep it up, guys. I like what I'm seeing. You know, mess around in Tangiers, mess around in all of that stuff. Okay, I guess I'll just hold up on that for a bit. Until at least these guys are done besieging this stuff. Obsolete forces. They may still be some use. We don't have the money for that, unfortunately. National manpower modifier. Yeah. Try and get one more. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to negotiate peace. It's the only thing we can do. Fate is forcing our hand. Select army. Taking Figwig. So yeah, we only have 4. Let's round that up to 5. I think that would be a swell idea. And that's why we're doing it. Okay, well, they've occupied Garb. I don't know how long they have to hold on to it before it has to be released. Gain 1 mercantilism, lose diplomatic power. That's okay. Are we done paying loans, perhaps? No, we got 3 more to go. But these ones I can't repay. There we go, now I can. 1st of May, all due on the same day. Influx of non-believers. I think we lost some piety, so let's get some of that back. Oh man, they're fighting. They're gonna take Ceuta. Boom, I like that. Wonder. Covert actions. Support rebels. That's not the one I want. I want these guys. They are currently revolting. Sure. Send. Now we can declare war on them if we like, if we so chose. I got 7,000 troops coming back. And now they're fighting again. And now we have a huge revolt. This is the worst. We don't have the manpower to deal with this at all. We're going to have to get mercenaries just to deal with these rebellions. Man. That war really messed us up. Again, no choice but to negotiate. I am a leader that knows the position I have fallen into. At the very least. Losing so much prestige, now we're at minus 62. Portuguese have 18,000 troops in Garb. I don't think we're getting Ceuta back that easily. Yeah, at some point, maybe I should just surrender to these rebels, because Accept demands. Okay, there we go. The Peasant War will end. There was no fighting that. Perhaps it was foolish to even try. The wasted money on that mercenary. And get another Muslim archer. They're in Fez. Who's Portugal allied with? Probably everyone. Yeah. The Iberian Coalition. Most games they hate each other, but this one it seems they're not so spiteful. Unfortunate for me, good for them. Still got loans to pay off. Right? Yeah, that's right. Oh, but now we can do this. Maybe. Those rebels were defeated. Well, you know, and just continue supporting them. Moroccan patriots. Getting 2.58, why not? We can afford it, at least. We can give them a hard time. Not gonna just let them have it. That's for sure. Meanwhile, this war that the Mamluks have been having with Tlemcen, taking a long time, we have no real choice but to accept. We need the Mamluks. Again, can't really lose any more stability. Alright, so we're at war. Not that big of a deal. No. We're not at war with Tunis? Thought we would be. No? Alright, no one decided to help the Ottomans out. Fair enough. Good stuff. And now we want recruitment of explorers and conquistadors. That would be good for us. Go through reforms. Again, can't lose any more stability. Maybe -3 is a good place to be. I found the secret to playing Europa Universalis. Just be completely decentralized. Not enough manpower. There we go. Plenty of manpower. Though maybe we should have paid the bills. Tout. Don't suppose they... yeah. They'll probably never accept any such vassalization. Moroccan base tax is way too high. It would be really difficult to get military power enough for them to feel the need for our protection. We could just invade them and take it. That is a thing we could do. But as things are the way they are, maybe that is not our best bet. Especially now as they're still our ally, correct? Yes. They can still help us, and even more so now that we actually have a real border. Keep that piety up. Been discovered while conducting support rebels. Alright, whatever. What are you gonna do about it? Portugal declare war on me? Like you were going to do anyway? Yeah, they've already gotten claims on some of the stuff near me. Well, actually that was because of the event. They hold provinces that we have claims on. That is truth. You guys still want to hate me? Still your rival. Why don't I just proclaim a guarantee on you? Would that help? Probably not. Monastic actions. No, you guys just don't like me. It's a bad move as far as I'm concerned. I don't think improving relations with these guys is salvageable. Especially, they will continue until their dying day to think of us as enemies. We'll get a royal marriage with them, though. Maybe an alliance. Yeah, that could work. I mean, they're kind of isolated out there. Can't really get to us unless Tunis also wants to allow them to get through. Local defensiveness. Alright, well, we'll just have to kill all the natives here. Genocide through game mechanics. It is cruel. Alright. Navy. As much of that as we can. Need some heavy ships too. Now that we can create explorers and whatnot, it would be good to get out there. If we can't get to Brazil, maybe we can just get to parts of Africa? Maybe, possibly. Oh, we lost. Okay, sure. Again, we can't even fight these rebels. It's ridiculous. Unrest is at 3. Wish there was like a percentage, easy to see percentage chance of an actual rebellion. Yeah, no more supporting rebels there. I don't suppose these guys would accept any such vassalization. Would they? They would not. Alright. Okay. Up here? They no longer consider us rivals, perhaps, hopefully? But they will not help us in any way. Why they gotta be hostile? Oh yeah, well, to be fair, we do have a lot of their cores. Okay, let's try attacking again. But this time with extra militancy. Actually, let's not do that. Let's get these superior unit types. They're gonna have to recover from the transition. But we can get them to Figwig. We can do that. So what would it take to get to the next administrative level? Which would just give us a temple and a constable. Both very useful buildings, but I don't know, let's try and get this stability thing solved. Back to 0. Let's try to get up to 1. There we go. That's fun. And come on, regroup, regain your strength. Ain't got all day. Sortie! Aha! Now hold out while we get there. And come on. Of course not. But at least their weekend. You know, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend. And now back to Tout. Let's see here. And build up even more. Some early carrots. Yeah. Need 47 for that. How long will it take Tout to actually become a full colony? And there is war. War has been declared against us. Okay. Okay. Sure. Alright. Absolutely. It makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I hear ya. Only real option we have available to us is to use the king himself. And our navy's just kind of stuck, so... Let's see, they got... Actually, well, maybe not. 6, 8, and 5. We got 7. No, I don't like those odds. Just mercenaries. Oh, nope, and evidently there were still natives there. So we don't get that colony at all now. That's brilliant. And we're not gonna win this battle, that's for sure. I don't know, we don't have enough military to just... No. We cannot afford this to continue happening. Everyone get back. Come in and take it. At least we can salvage what manpower we have for the inevitable rebellions that will occur later. Ridiculous. Okay. What do you... Okay, they won't even suggest an offer, because they want to conquer as much territory as possible. Alright, well, the beginning of a war is as good an end to any episode as any. And I'm kind of getting frustrated. Everything that's happened in this episode has been a disaster. So, thank you for watching. Next episode will probably be the full defeat by Tunis. And if you can withstand watching this episode, maybe you can like that episode too, when it comes? Maybe? At the very least, thank you for watching this one. Thank you.